drop the fight when the court rules. If the court rules that I am right, fine. If the court rules that he is right, so that's the end of the fight. Because at the moment we are at the Supreme Court, and there is no any harder than the Supreme Court.
One thing about this country is that I'm really so surprised that a matter that is sub judice, that is before the apex court of the land, is still being debated, and people giving it a kind of media trial. You see, you can only have a court of competent jurisdiction to adjudicate in a case, especially where anything of similar crime is alleged. They are investigative agency backed by the Constitution who could investigate and prosecute. And let me tell you, there isn't much that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has come to tell us. Because one, when you have submitted your petition to the court, it is expected that you allow the court to evaluate the evidence you have put before it. You don't go by convincing Nigerians why they have to reject Asiwaju. It's not about his person. You might not like the person of Asiwaju. If you are a good advocate, an apostle of rule of law, then let the law take its course. You have submitted everything you have gotten from anywhere you have gone to the court. The court has jurisdiction over it, and the court will have competent lordships of the Supreme Court who are more than qualified and more than competent to adjudicate on it. So for me, I would believe that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar should allow the court to deliberate on the issue and give his judgment. And when judgment has been given, let it be acceptable to Nigeria. The way Nigeria is at the moment, Nigeria is in critical situation that everybody that is a lover of this country need to come up and support Asiwaju to lead Nigeria and to restore the hope of the hopeless of people of this country.
I will only drop the fight when the court rules. If the court rules that I am right, fine. If the court rules that he is right.
Talking as if we live in a society without law. Like I said, many people are favorably disposed to media trial than really facing the issue and the provision of the relevant laws of this country. Our constitution, the 1999 constitution as amended, provided for presumption of innocence. If you are not a court of competent jurisdiction, whatever allegation you have against anybody, submit it to the test of the law. If Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has done that, we should allow Asiwaju to concentrate and lead this country to a meaningful destination. Nigerians are hungry. There are many controversies surrounding Alhaji Atiku Abubakar too. But what I'm saying is that let's allow the court to adjudicate whatever allegation. If it has not been proven in the court of competent jurisdiction, it is not yet the law. As it is today, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the president of Nigeria, and so it is. And any lover of Nigeria who wishes Nigeria to move forward and for the people of this country to be liberated from the economic hunger, the poverty that is prevalent everywhere, they should support the president. Give him idea, give him what you have, so that he can put that into his program and lead this country out of the present predicament we have. when you look at the antecedent of Mr. President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, yes, this is just about, we are approaching the 6th month or 5th month of him being sworn in as the president of Nigeria. Asiwaju has taken steps. Look at various appointments, various changes. And that is why people like us, we are advocating, we are pleading with every meaningful Nigerians to put hand on deck and support this present government to succeed. Now, all the promises he has made, he has not really deviated from any. We should allow him time. He has not even used 6 months in his term. But I can assure you, by the grace of God, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed will try to the best of his ability, and knowing full well the calibers of appointments he's making, we should give them some time. And we know Nigeria is in an emergency situation. But I can assure you, by the grace of God, Asiwaju will do his best. At the end of the 4-year period, I can assure you Nigerians will be happy that they've gotten a president that understands their situation. During the presidential campaign of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he explicitly said it, that he wasn't a magician, but he has what it takes to take this country out of the problem we are in at the moment. And let me tell you also, you have to be conscious of the fact that Asiwaju just came in as the president of this country. Other parties have ruled this country since 1999 that we embrace this democratic dispensation. The PDP were there for 16 years. Asiwaju was not responsible for the refineries not working. Asiwaju wasn't responsible for lack of the incompletion of Lagos-Ibadan Express Road and many other important national roads across the nation. Asiwaju wasn't responsible for that. But you see, as a very good technocrat and as somebody, a good tactician that knows what it takes, that understands economic policies, that understand good governance, which he has done. The template can be seen in Lagos, though we have not attained perfection. But I can tell you, when you compare Lagos to every other state in Nigeria, at least you will give kudos to him. When you look at some years back, the population of Lagos wasn't as large as this. But since he came, if Lagos has not been a prosperous state or city in Nigeria, people will not be trooping into Lagos to settle and to make business. But I can assure you, Nigeria at large, let's give this president time. He's not a magician, but that is not to exonerate him that he's not going to do something or is shielding away from his responsibility as a president of this country. Please, Nigerians should give him some time. And I can assure you, the man will give his best. And that is the more reason why his distractors that goes about the certificate, that this and that, unsubstantiated allegation, they should put that aside. They should look at Nigeria holistically and let's see how can we move this country out of. Let me tell you one thing. You see, there are a lot of exceptional circumstances and exceptional actions that needed to be taken for this country to move forward. Now, Asiwaju came in and is assuring us that by December, the refinery will be working. Let's wait until that time he has given. He was not responsible for the surge in the prices of petroleum or not putting refinery into work. He has come as a problem solver. He will solve the problem, and he has given timeline. Everybody are feeling the pains at the moment, but will you blame Asiwaju for that? Will you blame Asiwaju for unaccountable billions of subsidies in foreign currency, in dollars, that we are unable to be accounted for by the past opposition government? Will you blame Asiwaju for that? No. Asiwaju has come. He has given his word that he is going to tackle all those problems, and he will bring succor to the faces of Nigerians, and Nigerians will laugh again. And let's give him that opportunity.
The entire Chicago University matter, as well as Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu's many other lingering identity question marks, have further worsened Nigerian less than glorious image internationally.
Everybody might not be pleased with him. Everybody might not be satisfied. But I can assure you, all over the globe, no government satisfies everybody in the country. I'm not a political jobber. I'm a lawyer. I've been privileged to travel across the globe. I know what I'm saying. My interview is not based on maybe pecuniary advantage. But I'm just telling you the way things is. Let me tell you, I'm very sorry to quickly go back to make reference to what you said about Chicago said this, Chicago said that. Have you forgotten what the former president of America is going through? Donald Trump. Are the people of America castigating him? Because the process is in court. It was alleged of fraud. It was alleged of treasonable offense. It was alleged of this. The case is in court. You don't see other contestant, other candidate going about. Don't allow him. Is this his thief? Is Asiwaju? Is Bola Tinubu? Is this and that? We have to catch up with civilization. We don't need to be reasoning like a barbaric people or people of Stone Age. We have courts in Nigeria. If you are not pleased with the court, you have appeal process. We have the apex court. When you maximize this legal process, then whatever you should be satisfied. It's not everybody that will become the president of Nigeria.